What's good, YouTube? Welcome to Visible Truth Media, and I'm your host, Dirty God. How would you feel if you was doing your job, solely doing your job, and then you ended up being harassed by two police officers? Not only were you being harassed, but they pulled you out of your car, and then in return, it caused you to vomit on yourself. Well, that's what today's story is about. It's about a 22-year-old black woman who was harassed in Fayetteville. We're gonna jump straight into the story. But before we do, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. It really helps the channel stay within YouTube's algorithm. I appreciate y'all. Peace.
22-year-old Ja'Lana Dunlap says she was taking pictures of a dump site, something that her boss asked her to do, but then things got quickly out of control.
And now the Fayetteville police chief is requesting body camera video from the incident.
Shortly after Cumberland County judge ruled Tuesday that body camera footage be released in a case involving a woman who claimed she was wrongfully detained by police last month, the woman announced she was filing a lawsuit against the city, Fayetteville Police Department, officers, and police chief. Ja'Lana Dunlap-Banks, 22, property manager for AVA Real Estate, says she was unconstitutionally detained and handcuffed by two Fayetteville police officers on September 6th while checking on a property in North Fayetteville. Named as defendants in the lawsuit are the City of Fayetteville, the Fayetteville Police Department, Fayetteville Police Chief Gina Hawkins, Officer Ryan Haddett, Detective Amanda Bell, and John and Jane Doe's 1 to 100. Harry Daniels, one of Dunlap-Banks' lawyers and prominent civil rights attorney, said during a news conference outside of the federal courthouse in Fayetteville on Tuesday. Daniels said the John and Jane Doe defendants are stand-ins for police officers who were at the scene but have yet to be identified by Dunlap-Banks' legal team. We are here seeking justice on behalf of Ms. Dunlap, Daniels said. What happened to her should not happen. The lawsuit alleges Dunlap-Banks' First and Fourth and 14th Amendment rights were violated and claims the officers' actions that day constituted false imprisonment and assault and battery. Additionally, the suit alleges negligence on the officers' parts and says Dunlap-Banks faced several emotional distress as a result. Ms. Dunlap has suffered significantly in this matter, Daniels said. I firmly believe that if she was a different color, this would have never happened. According to the lawsuit, Dunlap-Banks, who has sickle cell anemia, began to hyperventilate during the interaction with the officers and vomited on herself. Daniels said Dunlap-Banks had to resign from her position after the incident, as her job as a property manager required her to go to private properties and she feared a similar incident would reoccur. The news conference came shortly after Cumberland County Judge Jim Ammons ruled that the video taken by police body cameras be released. The Fayetteville Police Department and Dunlap-Banks filed motions petitioning the court for the release of the footage. In North Carolina, body camera footage can only be released by court order. I think the interest for both of us is to publicly release, Michael Rose White, an attorney for the Fayetteville Police Department, said during a brief hearing. Daniels said he expects Dunlap-Banks and her team will be able to view the footage later Tuesday. During the news conference, Daniels called for Hawkins and the Fayetteville Police Department to further publicly address the matter. In an October news release issued by the Fayetteville Police Department after cell phone video Dunlap-Banks filmed of the incident was shared on social media, Hawkins said that the department's internal affairs unit was expediting an investigation into the matter and that she would be filing a motion with the courts for the release of the body camera footage. Hawkins said the encounter with Dunlap-Banks occurred half a mile from a location where a potential violent person had fled from police. What is she going to do to these officers? Daniels said. Is she going to slap them on the wrist and put their hands behind their backs until something else happens? If you don't address this now, the next press conference we're going to have is going to be a press conference for something that these officers have done to somebody that is not standing here right now. Dunlap-Banks said she filed the lawsuit to seek justice for herself and others in her position. I really just want to speak up for the people who can't speak up for themselves, she said. Also for the people who things happen like this to them and they don't want to say anything to anybody. I just want to make it clear that you have to speak up for yourself. You have to demand respect, whether they wear a badge or they're just regular folks. If you're wearing that badge, if you're wearing that uniform, then you're supposed to protect and serve, not harm innocent people. Dunlap-Banks' attorney said Fayetteville officers have a long history of attacking innocent black and brown people and that this lawsuit is intended to seek justice for those residents too. Dunlap's attorney referenced several Fayetteville residents who died or were injured in alleged police brutality cases, including Jada Johnson, 22, who was shot and killed by police in July, and Justin Livesay, 40, who was fatally shot by police in September. This is not an issue of a couple bad apples, because we're seeing that the tree is rotten, Dunlap's attorney said. So when we demand justice for Ms. Ja'Lana, we demand justice for those people too, and for the other black and brown people of Fayetteville who might suffer when they meet police again and again and again. Daniels, by phone Tuesday, challenged the Fayetteville Police Department claim that the officers involved were looking for a violent suspect who had been last seen a half a mile away from the property. He said his team obtained police radio traffic implying there were no potential violent suspects nearby. The only person they was looking for was 20 miles away, he said. This is gonna turn out to be a big one. And I mean, man, I don't know if y'all got members in y'all family with sickle cell. You don't need to be wrapping up on them like that, man. You're doing it all. That was not necessary whatsoever. Now, I had said that this was going to be a big one because what's going to happen when the truth comes out that they wasn't even looking for a suspect in the area where they seen her. So what was the whole reason for messing with her in the first place? And you can sit here and say, oh, well, she shouldn't be sitting there, but she was doing her job. I'm hoping for the day that stuff like this is not the new norm. Because if you look at my computer and look at the files that I have endless stories about stuff just like this. I would never run out of content. It's sickening. Enough is going to have to be enough eventually. Time and time again, these things happen and it's not put out to the public. Us at Visible Truth Media, we gonna put y'all on blast every chance we get. And I hope Ms. Banks gets justice for this. Y'all can sit here and watch it over and over. You gonna see. This is only happening for one reason, and I think we all know what it is. Then it caused her to vomit on herself. The whole situation is embarrassing, and I don't think that the officers even cared. They couldn't have cared. Stop messing with people, man. I'm pretty sure there's real crime out here. If the suspect was 20 miles away, I'm telling you, man, what reason was y'all there? Y'all just trying to cover y'all asses. That's all they were trying to do. But make sure y'all keep up on the Instagram, man. That's where we post a lot of updates when it comes to stories like this. Yeah, man. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, man. Subscribe. We appreciate y'all, man. Peace. Oh, you're still here? Well, since you're still here, I want to give you guys a special thanks for supporting the channel and to let you know that we appreciate you, because without you, we wouldn't have made it this far. I also want to remind you to like, comment, and subscribe. And when you subscribe, hit that notification bell because it really helps us stay within the algorithm for YouTube. And don't forget to check out our Instagram page. Our Instagram page is used for when story updates come and we don't have to make a long video about it. You can just stay up to date on certain stories. From there, you can stay up to date on what we do and news that we cover and posts that we make. If you like the hoodies that I'm wearing, you can go to our website and purchase them. We got all sizes, up to 3XL, and we got plenty of colors for females and males. If you have a story that you want us to cover, go ahead and email us at visibletruthmedia@gmail.com, or you can DM us on Instagram and we'll jump right on it. It's time to speak for those who can't speak for themselves. Peace.